Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. I am a 40-something-year-old mother of 3. I work full-time, my husband works full-time, and we occasionally have a side hustle that we do together. This channel is all about budgeting, saving, paying off debt. It's real life, real tears, and real frustration. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your ongoing support. Today's video is my budget with me, and I'm going to go over last week's numbers, and this is actually the current week because it will end tomorrow. I always do my stuff on Thursdays and in preparation for the upcoming weekend, so because typically nothing really changes too much. So I want to start from the top, the income. My husband started a new job, and last Friday was the end of the first week of him working, and of course it's a week behind. He does get paid weekly, so this was zero. We didn't, what I did was any money that we had gotten for side hustle that week, I pulled from the bank into an envelope, and I'll show it to you because I actually did it this week, and put it away because I'm trying to save up for when we are gone on vacation, because my husband only gets 1 day of vacation from between now and the end of the year, and we've already had this vacation planned for a long time now, so he'll be unpaid during that time, so we're squirreling away some extra money just for covering any expenses during that time period that we would have to pay. You know, bills come out no matter if you're on vacation or not, so that's what I'm preparing for. We had the rollover of $14.90 from the previous week, and what I did, I hadn't planned on doing this, but I was looking at a few bills that I had that were very minor, and it was driving me crazy having them on there. So what I did was I had a little extra money in savings that we have a chunk of money, I guess, and I just took $385 from that, and I paid off some debts that we have. So, and I'll go through that here in a second. So we did pay the internet, which was $81. Dance did get paid. I did pay for Amazon. And then I did pay, the city did come out for $90. Alliant was $122. It's funny because I mentioned school lunch last week, and I completely spaced writing it on here. So I hadn't put it on here, so I just put it on actual because, you know, whatever. And then miscellaneous unbudgeted was for a few things that we had purchased throughout the week. My husband stopped at the gas station for a snack on his way out of town for something. What else did we have? My daughter brought home a book order. She's in 4th grade, so they have book orders, and so I bought her 2 books. And then my middle daughter had volleyball pictures, and so I paid for those as well. I hadn't even thought about these kind of things happening, so it is what it is. It was miscellaneous, so I did put it on when I go through this current week's spending on Monday. You'll see those expenses on there. So anyway, so I want to add all these up real quick. So $14.90. I apologize if you hear my dog barking. It's $18.75. And then I'm going to add up these. And that was $5.86. I'm in frame still. I'm going to move my coins out of the way here. Okay. So last week's was $5.86, and I did put those debts that I wanted to pay, I put over an extra debt since that's really kind of where they belong. So $18.75 minus $5.86 is $12.89. These envelopes were correct down here, except for groceries. I ended up only spending $50, and then I put that $25 towards our savings that I had gone to Sam's Club, and I bought a whole bunch of meat. I had stocked up, and so I'm paying myself back essentially with that. So it was actually only $75, and we've just been eating out of our pantry and out of our freezer. So that's been kind of nice, being able to get rid of some stuff that we have in there. That way it doesn't go bad, and we can save a little bit of money. So that ended up being $320. So 1289 minus 320 is 969. So I'll move that up here. So all of these are always correct, and I did the streaming one that gets automatically transferred to the account that our streaming services are deducted from. So I do that. It's an automatic transfer that happens every Friday. So 969 minus 295 is 674. And then down here are the payments I made, and it was actually $70 and some change, and then of course 136 and some change, and 193 and some change, I think it was. So I just ran them up. It's just easier for doing numbers. 402. So 674 minus 402 is 272. And we're going to roll over the 272 for a zero-based budget. All right. So then we're going to move on to this week, or this coming week. I'm going to put that rollover in here so I don't forget. He hasn't worked for the farmer at all since he started his job. I think his current job's kicking his butt, so he's pretty tired. But he got paid for 4 days because that first week it was the Monday was Labor Day, so of course he didn't work that day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were just regular days. They were 8-hour days. There was no overtime included, and it was only 8-hour days versus normally like 10-hour days. Normally he would work 5 to 3:10, so there'd be overtime because it'd be like 50 some hours. So anyways, that's fine. His I was able to check, and direct deposit is going in, so he is getting $522. It's actually $522 and some change, but I'm not going to keep the change in here. And then I will be getting paid. And then we have that. And then side hustle, I'm putting a 0 because I'm going to be pulling that if we do any of that this week, which we've done very little so far. We've been very busy. That I will pull that and I'll put it into an envelope that I have in my sinking fund. So that should be $23.60, but I want to check. $23.60. Okay, that's correct. So the bills that I have that are coming up next week to pay is Mid-American Energy, which is our electric bill. PayPal, it's getting $50. The truck is $613. My daughter's travel. Normally I do 100, but I'm doing 50 just because with a new job and everything, I'm just trying to be careful. And then my other daughter, she gets $253. This is an automatic payment that we have to pay, so I'm, Discover, I am planning on paying a big whopping $725. Kohl's is going to be $25. And then I had a subscription for $15. And then finally, school lunches. And actually, it's going to be school lunches and breakfast. If the girls want breakfast at school, they can do that. So otherwise, they eat at home. So let's add these up. We got 99 plus 50 plus 613 plus 50 plus 253 plus 725 plus 25 plus 15 plus 60, which is 1890. I'm thinking this might be a problem. $18.90, and then oops, that wasn't right, sorry. $18.90. $23.60 minus $18.90 is $4.70. I don't know why I wish I had my whiteout with me, but I don't. Okay, so $4.70 minus $3.45 is $1.25. And as you can see, things are a little bit off up here, but it works out because It just does. We have extra money in the account to cover for when we go negative. I don't have like $0 at the end of every week. I do a zero-based budget, but I do have extra money in there. It's a buffer. So, and then so we're going to do the $295, which is negative $170. And I realize I could pay less than $725 for Discover, and I may. Well, you know, that's my goal, is to do the $725. So, so right now we're at $170. So, and he is getting a sign-on bonus, and that should cover that $170 if that comes through. In the meantime, it may come through tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure. So otherwise, you know, we do have the side hustle money that we can put back in there if we want to. Not a problem. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, we do have a buffer. If you can get a buffer, I always recommend that for everybody, just to always have a buffer. You just never know what's going to happen, and I feel I'm more comfortable with finances knowing that I have that extra money there in case things happen. So anyways, that is that for this week's budget with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free and it absolutely does not cost you anything, and you get to see about 3 videos a week from me, sometimes more depending on the month. And if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.